the self-doubt trap, the anxiousness, the overwhelm, the fear, the uncertainty. How do we handle this? How do we handle this as possibly first-time entrepreneurs, as teachers and parents who have stepped out or are stepping out for the very first time to start their own teaching business? How do we really muster through these somewhat paralyzing times of our life? In today's podcast, I'm going to be very honest with you and vulnerable and sharing with you that I know what it feels like to have those feelings. You're not alone. We're going to get through it together. So in today's episode, it's time for us to talk about facing these feelings, not giving up, and how to exactly do that.
Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me, until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on.
The times I've sat across from people that I've been coaching, and if I could have just given them a tissue from across the screen, I would have. I'm telling you, my friends, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much I build you up, inspire you, give you all the nitty-gritty, give you all the information, cheerlead you all the way through. It doesn't matter how much I do that if I don't tell you that this is not a linear road. There are hills and there are valleys. And I'm here to tell you, you need to go listen to that song, Hills and Valleys, like just right after this podcast episode. Go and listen to the song. It is a Christian song, Hills and Valleys. It really helps you to remember that you are not alone. It's by Tauren Wells, Tauren, Hills and Valleys. Listen to it on the acoustic. It's absolutely beautiful. God gives, He takes away. He gives us hills, He gives us valleys. It would be very inauthentic of me, rude, to say the least, if I didn't tell you that there are going to be hard times. When you got married, did people tell you there were going to be hard times? When you got pregnant, did people kind of, tell you a little bit about what parenting's going to be like, and it's going to be the best ride of your life, but there's going to be some hills and valleys? What about whenever you got your driver's license and now you had to start working and you had to start earning the money? What about whenever you graduated high school or college and you had to get out in the real world and it seemed really great and really exciting, but did people tell you about the things that you needed? There's light and there's darkness. There's night and there's day. There's spring, summer, winter, fall. And you will have spring, summer, winter, fall in this business, in this journey. But let me tell you something. You are creating something of your very own. That is the highest level of purpose. That's That's how God created us to be. We are made in His image. And He created every single thing that has breath or doesn't have breath. That's what I believe. If we're made in His image, and the greatest gift of life has been for Him to create life, how much more wonderful is it for us to know that He gave us those same abilities and that our purpose here on earth will go tenfold after we leave this place. Whatever your beliefs are when it comes to that, maybe it's time that we go back and we just look at what purpose means. Maybe we need to read The Purpose-Driven Life. Maybe we need to ask God to help us go back to the purpose when we start to feel anxious and frustrated and certain. How about the vision board from a couple episodes ago? The importance of that. When God says, write down the vision. Why did God say, write down the vision, put it in plain sight? Because He said, when it's slow, you got to wait for it. And in the slow, in the valleys, we have a hard time. All of us do. You're not the only one. You guys, I can't wait to do the series with you. I'm going to do a series of reflecting on year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And I have been wanting to do this for definitely the past 2 years. Okay? Because I did it for year 1, year 2, but now that we're in year 4, getting ready to move into year 5, oh my gosh. I hope that when this series comes out here in just a couple months, whenever I record, what I wish I would have known year 1, what I'm glad I didn't know year 1, what I learned year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. I'm going to give you a little bit of a little sneak peek. Something that, I'm thinking about these podcast episodes months in advance. That's how tender they are to me. Because I know that I'm speaking to thousands of people who are in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And reflection is so important. It really does fuel you for major decisions as you move forward. And one thing I'm going to talk about when I do this series is just about when I look back at year 1, I see majority of the time, okay, year 1, majority of the time when I look back, I am on the outside of myself, okay? I'm on the outside of myself. And it's almost like I'm looking in my bedroom window and I'm seeing myself in this little nook in my bedroom, this little hallway that I have in my bedroom on the way to the bathroom, on a little rug that I got from Walmart, a black rug for $10, with a blanket over my head, on my hands and knees, praying, and a lot of the times crying. I was scared. I was so scared. I felt like I did not know what I was doing. I felt I wasn't good enough. I was scared I was failing my kids. I was scared that I was failing everybody. I was scared with all the things that were going on with COVID, and was I doing what was right for these families? Were people going to get mad at me? Were the moms and dads happy with me? Were they not happy with me? I had never taught in my home before. I had never taught my own kids before. Same things that you're going through, right? You're probably like, yeah, I know, me too. I'm not saying that I'm any different or any better or any worse than what you are. I'm just, if you're feeling this, I was too. And if you're like, okay, that's pretty deep. I don't want to start my microschool now. No. You're going to start it because you have so much support, so much wisdom, so much knowledge. There wasn't a podcast out teach people how to do this. There weren't websites. There weren't coaching. There wasn't coaching. There wasn't business bundles. There weren't YouTube videos. There was nothing. Okay? Nothing. In the midst of like the scariest time since we've been born, this pandemic, right? And then we're all lonely and we're all away from our families. People are sick. People have been dying. Maybe you had someone that you lost. It was serious, friend. It was serious. It was super serious. It was very dark feeling. Then you're thinking, oh my gosh, what if I get COVID? What if these kids get COVID? Now it's in my house. And oh gosh, it was just a wreck. I'm talking, it was a wreck in my mind. It was a wreck in my mind. Now you hop in our Facebook group, someone says, what do I do if I'm going to be gone or if I'm sick? And you got 15 comments. Oh, you should do this. And this is what I do. And this is what I didn't have anything like that. Okay. And you're probably thinking, okay, Mackenzie, well, I have all that. I'm still feeling anxious and overwhelmed and doubtful. And I'm going to tell you this. I do too. And you know what? So do all the other high performers in this world. So do all of the other entrepreneurs. So do all of the parents and the teachers and everybody in this world goes through self-doubt, anxiousness. The only difference is that you're actually continuing to trudge on. The only difference is at the end of the day, you can sign your name to this, that you did this. You weren't told how to do it. This was your vision. This was your calling. This was your baby. You created it. The feeling of empowerment, the feeling of knowing, like wisdom, creativity, what you get to leave behind for your family, what you get to establish for others, what you get to do for yourself. You may not feel the freedom financially right now. You may not feel the freedom time or emotionally right now, but hold on to your britches, baby, because it's coming. If you stay around here long enough, it's coming. Because it is a calling that I have over my life to teach you how to do this. By the grace of God, He gets all of the glory for it. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing that's been accomplished in Lighthouse Learning or Teacher Let Your Light Shine that I could take the credit for. I don't even know what God is doing. I'm serious. I come with all these wise, great little plans. He goes, nope, over here to the left. Oh, shoot. Nope, over here to the right. Oh, gosh. All the time. Just got to keep getting up. Got to keep walking it out. Got to keep talking it out. Got to keep writing it out. Got to keep going, my friends. I don't know what else to say. There's going to be times where you're going to want to stop. And it's okay if you stop for a minute, but you're not going to stop forever. You're not going to stay in the valley of despair. Nothing gets done down there. You're going to have to keep walking. There's going to be times this is super hard. You know, there's someone in our Facebook group that runs a microschool and has cancer. I mean, can you imagine? Bless this person's heart. The people that have started schools when they didn't even have a penny to their name, hardly at all. The people that have sacrificed a lot to give their own kids the quality of education or just to be able to be with their kids more because they were tired of dropping them off at daycare or tired of dropping them off at a place that they no longer believed in. But guys, I understand those feelings are legit. They are legit. I understand how scary it can feel. I understand how alone you can feel. And that's why I am here. I honestly believe God obviously knew what this world was going to look like when it came to blessing us with the gift of teaching and what education was going to look like over the next several decades. And He called us out. And He called me as someone who can help you. Now, there's going to be many other people that come from this. And there's going to be other people, I'm not the only one, There's so many people in our Facebook group, so many friendships that you're going to make, conferences you're going to go to, that you're going to learn so much. I think the travesty of it all would be if we gave up before we saw. And I'm telling you, there were times I almost gave up. In my mind. Not physically. I don't think I could ever really do that. But I'm telling you, there were times. I'm like, no. Or something didn't work out. I'm like, God must be telling me that this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. My husband looked at me the last time I said that with such annoyance. Like, are you kidding me? You're really going to say something like that after everything that God has done for us? You're just going to sit in the valley of despair and be like, well, guess I'm not supposed to climb up there anymore. Guess I'll just sit down here. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, God, I am so sorry. Because you continue to pull me out. Over and over and over again, you have pulled me out. Why do we feel so anxious and doubtful and scared? Because it's a part of the journey. Brendan Burchard said, when you're called to this high level of being a creator, creating a school, I mean, he literally is so well known. And he talks all the time like, I know people who made schools. And I'm like, we're making schools. He's talking about people like us, right? And he says, and you don't think there's going to be pressure? And you don't think that there's going to be hard times? He goes, those are your taxes. And everybody has to pay taxes. I thought that was so witty. Pressure and hard times are your taxes. And everybody has to pay taxes. Everybody. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not. We got to pay taxes. This journey can feel taxing at times. And I wish somebody would have told me that before I had even started. Or maybe I'm telling you that and you're like, oh my gosh. It's kind of like when people would tell you, I bet you won't even make it 10 years in this profession, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the way that we're talking right now. No, we're saying it is going to be hard. You know what? I wish people in teaching, whenever I would talk to the teachers who are about out the door for retirement, you know what I wish they would have said? I wish they would have said, this was the most rewarding career of my life. This is what I chose to do. This is my purpose in life. This is what I was called to do. I'm so glad I didn't stop. I can count all the many blessings that came from my life for this and all the ways I got to bless other people. You can do it. It's worth it. You know, I didn't hardly hear anybody say that. I don't remember anybody saying that except for Miss Timelinson, my retired teacher that I talk to every once in a while. She's in her 80s now. We talk through Facebook. She'll say it. We need to be more like the people who are going to say, you can do it. It's worth it. You got this. God's got it. He gave it to you. He'll get you through it. But I understand. I understand the struggle is real. And I want you to know that you're not alone. You're seriously not alone, you guys. It's scary when you think you're alone. It can feel lonely, but you're not alone. You know, I can tell you that when it comes to finding out, maybe you're having a financial constraint, a management issue, an enrollment challenge, a hurdle that you just really cannot see out of, I'm just going to let you know that prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. And I'll also let you know that so does time. Time changes things. There are seasons. Prayer changes things. But there are seasons. And just like the night turns into day and the day turns into night and winter turns into spring and spring turns into summer, so is your situation. And I truly hope that when you listen to this, you're still going to stay motivated. You're still going to know. I hope that confidence rises up in you that this isn't just you. This isn't just a dog and pony show. This is your life. This is your legacy. This is what you get to retire off of. This is the massive change that you're giving to society right now and forevermore and for your own children. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to be able to be resilient and to not give up. I truly hope you will stick with this entrepreneurial dream that you have, whether you've started or not. And I hope that you will plug in and you will continue to do the work and you will continue to invest and you'll continue to engage with people and you'll hire the coach. You'll hire the people to help you and you'll keep praying and you'll keep walking, because when you climb that hill, baby, yes, you may have felt the burn, but woo-wee is your heart getting so much stronger. I love you. I hope that this inspired you. Please write me at teacherletyourlightshine@gmail.com. You can also go to teachersletyourlightshine@gmail.com/coaching. If I could be your coaching buddy to help you through this, I will walk through that valley with you, baby. And we will go up to the top. And we will give each other a high five. And we will hug and we will shout. We will celebrate. Because it is a good day to be with people who believe in you and who love you and who genuinely care about you. I'll see you at the top. But until then, I'll meet you down at the bottom and I'll walk it out with you.
Hey, teacher friend. Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I pray it inspired you, touched you, or challenged you in some way, because we are making big shifts and using our teaching gifts for God's glory like never before. I'm so grateful for you. The number one way you can support this show is to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts and also share this with another teacher. Come join me in the Virtual Teachers Lounge, known as the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook group. Until next time, keep shining your teacher light. The world needs you.